Okay, Max, who do you have here?
Raquel Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. Vic, you ready? Okay, this is page 20.
Rodriguez on page 25.
All right, Ms. Rodriguez, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
The officer initiated a traffic stop after observing the defendant's vehicle traveling 94 miles per hour in a 65-mile-per-hour zone. The officer observed an odor of an alcoholic beverage, and the defendant admitted to the officer that she had 2 drinks. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 2 out of 4. The DIC was read and breath was refused. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Felt like that went really fast. So the stop was for speeding.
For speeding, yes.
Then
And then after that, they had an odor of an alcoholic beverage, and she made an admission that she drank 2 beverages.
just an odor and admission of 2 beers. Any other indication of intoxication? I mean, slurred speech, bloodshot eyes.
I know that while the SFSTs were, this is for the dams, while the SFSTs were being conducted, she was not understanding, like the officer had to explain, I think at least 4 times, the instructions for the walk and turn, the one leg stand. He also noticed that I think she took off her boots for the one leg stand. She was stumbling when she was taking them off. So there were other signs that the officer.
That's what I want. I mean, I just an odor, not even a strong odor at that, you know? And then you just have an admission of 2 beers. You don't know what time. Was it over a 12-hour span? You know, there's no accident here. There's no, is she a Spanish speaker?
I believe so, Your Honor.
I don't see any indication of that.
And if I may, I've been doing DWIs for 10 years and I don't understand the instructions most of the time.
As far as I can tell, the officer also just demonstrated it to her, I mean, which is per, you know.
But
The procedure for
right, I get the
SFSTs,
SFSTs, but I mean, to even get to the SFSTs, right? You have to show something that there's some indicia of intoxication. Here, all we have is an odor and admission of 2 beers. That's not enough. An odor of alcohol in and of itself is insufficient.
Yeah.
It seems that the stop occurred at 2 in the morning, and she made a statement that she stopped drinking at 12 a.m. So we have a 2-hour period between when she's finished drinking and then
Alcohol dissipates every 1 hour. An alcoholic drink dissipates from your system.
she still had the odor in addition to that statement.
All right, I'm gonna find no probable cause.
Yes, Judge.
Ma'am, be careful, you know, really. Every single day, someone dies from a DWI in our county. It's so easy to take a $20 Uber, literally push one button, you have a car waiting for you wherever you want to go in this county. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, please take a seat.
I will try to finish.
You were Noah Montgomery. Mr. Montgomery, you're charged with criminal mischief. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On October 27, 2024, the officer dispatched to a residence in reference to a criminal mischief in Harris County, Texas. After the initial investigation, the officer had found the defendant had left the residence, walked several streets over, and vandalized the complainant's motor vehicle. The defendant damaged the driver's side mirror by using hands to pull on and break the mirror in several places. The defendant used a knife to strike the windshield in a stabbing motion, causing damage. The damage was approximately $1,000. The complainant's daughter showed the officer a text where the defendant admitted he damaged the motor vehicle and planned on damaging the motor vehicle again in the future. The defendant was found at his residence and a bent kitchen knife was located next to him on the ground.
Okay. Mr. Montgomery, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. So what was the relationship, Alex?
Relationship, they are neighbors, Your Honor.
Just neighbors?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do we have any kind of allegation of alcohol or any kind of dope usage?
No, Your Honor.
Never? Okay.
No allegation. That's-
Mr. Montgomery, like I said, I'm going to find probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go within 200 feet of where this person lives or where this person works, not to be in possession of weapons and not to have any contact with them. Do you understand? If I find that you violate this condition, I will put you in jail in a moment's notice. I will do everything in my power to protect every person of Harris County. Do you understand? How old are you, sir?
From her.
It's further into, Judge, I'm inquiring about the location of his residence, just to make sure it's not within the 200 feet. Is it more than that?
Less.
It's less than 200
Yeah,
feet?
she live a street over.
If it's a street over, you're probably gonna be okay, I would think.
How old are you?
17, Judge.
What do you do in life?
In school?
Where do you go to school?
Yeah, like,
High school? I'm going to send you for a drug test right now. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system. If you have any kind of dope in your system, it stops today. Do you understand?
yes.
If I find that you're smoking any kind of marijuana, using any kind of illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. Do you understand? It is now also a bond condition that you stay in school and that you also graduate. If I find that you're ducking out of school and you're not going, you'll be doing homeschooling with me in custody. You're going to graduate, you're going to get your high school diploma one way or the other. And if it's that you got to stay with me to get it done, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand? Okay. Is it Catarina Herrera? Ms. Herrera, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, man.
Yes, Judge. On October 28th, 2024, the officer was dispatched in reference to a possible intoxicated driver in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant's vehicle failed to maintain a single lane, veer from one marked lane to another, nearly striking another vehicle, and the defendant's vehicle to be unnecessarily braking and then accelerating. The officer also observed the defendant's vehicle failed to signal a lane change in the left turn and failed to stop at the designated stopping line. The traffic stop was initiated and the officer made contact with the defendant, the driver, and sole occupant of the vehicle. The officer observed a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and the defendant stated she was returning home from the bar and admitted to consuming 2 mixed beverages of whiskey and Red Bull. The defendant urinated on her person and standard field sobriety tests were administered. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 5 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read the DIC and consented to breath. The results were 0.124 and 0.118.
Ms. Herrera, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license? You speak English, right?
Yes, I just.
You're not allowed to drive. I'm going to have you sign a document with me today promising me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care how many kids you have. I don't care where you got to go, what you need to do.
Okay.
If you don't have a license and liability insurance, do not drive. Do you understand?
I understand.
I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of illegal drugs, likewise, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds, man. How old are you, ma'am?
31.
What do you do for a living? You're a bartender.
That's why
I don't want to talk about the case. I only want to know, or if you're able to hire a lawyer, man. Okay, we'll give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm gonna have you go to up here to sign our document that you're not gonna drive at all. We're gonna have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. You'll get with Fleischer for your bond conditions. After that, you'll be free to go. There's a lot of timing requirements, so don't wait a month or two to get your attorney. It's only gonna end up hurting you. All right, ma'am? Okay. Sean, that's right.
Yes.
You are Keon Shaw.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Shaw, you're charged with fleeing a police officer. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge. On October 27th, 2024, officer was conducting a routine patrol on Eldridge Parkway when he noticed the defendant's motor vehicle traveling at an unsafe speed, exceeding the posted 35-mile-per-hour zone. The vehicle then began driving in a suspicious manner by making a sudden left turn on the street and immediately parking on the left side of the road. When the vehicle noticed the officer's fully marked patrol vehicle passing, it immediately conducted a U-turn and got back on the main road. When officer continued to follow the defendant's vehicle, the vehicle again conducted a left turn and pulled into an alleyway. When the officer initiated his emergency equipment in an attempt to conduct a traffic stop, the defendant's motor vehicle passed multiple safe stopping points before finally coming to a stop after traveling 0.5 miles through a dark and empty parking lot.
What was he doing wrong?
With the officer, he was originally traveling at an unsafe speed, exceeding the speed limit, 35 miles. He was exceeding that speed limit.
By how much?
Let me see the DMs if he specified. Your Honor, he did not specify. It was just an unsafe speed exceeding the limit. And then
Nothing's unsafe to me.
he began driving according to the officer in a suspicious manner, making sudden turns and then stopping on the side of the road and then getting back on the road once the officer passed. So
Anything illegal with that? You know,
I believe it would just be the speed limit would be the point at which the officer.
it's a conclusory statement. We need to have like a workshop on how to write ORs, man, for real. You know, everything in this office report is conclusory, suspicious, aloysius. You know, is he driving while black?
Judge, would you allow us just a few minutes to call the officer just to see? We don't have an OR. We're just going off of the.
Sure,
DMs.
let's do this. I'm gonna have them because I want to make sure if we find probable cause that it's really there. All right, so just hang tight for me. We're gonna have to do a little deeper dive. If you just mind taking a seat for me momentarily, okay? Okay. Don't leave, Mr. Shaw. Yeah,
There was another one, Judge, with the, he said speeding or something like that. It was a fleeing police. Shaw. Did you make a ruling on PC? No.
I think we need to do that one too.
So I looked at that already, Judge.
Where's
Yeah.
Mr. Shaw? Okay, come on up, Mr. Shaw. All right, so we're gonna do Shaw now since he's, yeah. All right. Okay, so Mr. Shaw, we're back on you. So just because we do so much, I tend to forget everything, you know. You're charged with fleeing a police officer. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and a $2,000 fine. We left off because we were doing probable cause and I had an issue because it seemed like the cause was kind of conclusory at the time. And do you have anything new?
No, Judge, and I agree with the court.
So, okay, I'm gonna find no probable cause. All right.
Dismissing the case.
Find no probable cause. Be careful when you're out there. It's hard enough as it is. Don't give anyone else the power to even bring more, you know, trouble on your life. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Good luck. Okay? No. I'm gonna find no probable cause. You're gonna dismiss it, Michael?
Yes, Judge, already done.
If you want to hang on a second, we'll give you a copy of the dismissal. Okay?
And also, if I could get the dismissals from Mr. Arreola.
Yeah.
Judge Thomas.
Hey, this is,
If he was to go, he would be in the circle jerk of Comal County.
every single time he comes back, it's gonna be the same.
He may not come back. He has been through this with you for a while. And he understands that you have control over his life. And that if he comes back, you will continue to have control over his life. He's just wants to get out to take care of his children. He's been in custody for a while now.
sucks that because of Como County now, we can't do what we really need to do. It's horse poop.
Is there anything you'd like the state to do, Judge?
I mean, what can we do?
Really nothing. I can continue to reach out to Como County, but they can't.
You couldn't even get to a prosecutor. What? It's sad. It's sad. It really is that, when you have DAs try to make an effort to even reach out to another county and you can't even get to a prosecutor. It's sad. It's okay. Names, Mr. Ariel. The days of us or of someone picking up a case, pleading to time served, picking up a case, pleading to time served, picking up a case, pleading to time served, no more. You now are on notice. Anytime you come back, what we are going to do. You know that, right? What do you understand? Tell me what you understand. Shh. I want to know what you understand.
Time.
I want you to realize something, Mr. Ariola. I want what's best for you. And if you're living on the street, I want it to stop. If you're out there and you're stealing to get food, I want it to stop. If you're out there begging for money because you don't have any, I want it to stop. And the reason I put you in the facilities is to determine why it continues to happen. Because it continues to happen over and over and over. And it hasn't stopped since the last 2 to 3 years. And that's why we're doing what we're doing. Believe it or not, I care about you and I want what's best for you. I really do. I swear. I don't want to keep you in just for shits and giggles. I don't. I want you to be able to work, make money, and then have a great relationship with your wife, kids, whoever's in your family. But when you keep coming back with criminal cases, that tells me something's wrong. And we have you going to the dual diagnosis facility to see, okay, what can I do in my life to change things? Now, I can't send you back because you've got 3 cases in another county. I tried to get our DAs here to reach out to the county, but they couldn't even speak to the other DAs over there. So we're stuck and I can't send you back because they won't take you. So I don't want to just keep you in jail for the sake of keeping you in jail. So we're going to be done today. But if you come back with criminal cases, there's no more catch and release. Do you understand? Do you realize that I want what's best for you? I like you, Mr. Ariel. I do. I just want what's best for you. That's it. I want you to be a loving father to kids if you have any. I want you to work and give them money because that's what fathers do. They give children love, support, a place to live, a place to be able to go get education. That's what fathers do. They're supposed to protect their own. And while you're in jail, while you're out on the street, it's not happening. That's what I want. I'm not asking for much. Any questions? It's okay.
Ask me or him.
You can tell me whatever you want, really. We're friends. You can tell me whatever you want. Don't shy. I really want what's best for you.
Like for you to know maybe from your point of view, these ideas come however they came to you just now. My way of living did not pretend to what you just said. If I may, I'd just like to. Yes, I agree. I do have a family. I'd like to get back to my way of living. That I do agree.
Letting you out today. The only thing I would like when you're out there, think before you act. Before you do something, you need to think, if I do this, am I going to go back to jail? If I say this, am I going to hurt someone? That's all I'm asking you to do. Think before you act and before you say something. If I say this, is it going to hurt someone? If I take this, am I going to get in trouble? If I go talk to this person, are they going to call the cops on me? That's all I'm asking you to do. We're letting you out today. Just think before you act. That's all I'm asking. You don't have any holds from Como County, but at some point they're going to come. So you got to be ready for it. You know, do we have a social worker perhaps that can talk to him or somehow keep him apprised of when the warrants issue?
I can give him my number with my card and I can check on it for you when you call me, Mr. Ariel, that I'll give you my number with my cell phone and you can call and check in with me periodically and I'll let you know if I see any.
If you do that, if you call Lori,
That'll be great.
Okay.
if you call her, she can tell you when the warrants hopefully will issue because it's something you're going to have to deal with. Okay, Mr. Ariel.
All right, we do need to do plea paperwork or how are you gonna do it?
No, I guess we'll just unset term, right? That way he doesn't have to do anything. Just good luck. Don't come back.